Hello guys, welcome to our channel. So in this tutorial we are going to build a sign up and login authentication system using Flet. So with this it's going to also have a dashboard and we are going to walk you through step by step on how to go about it. So we are going to teach it bit by bit so that you get it and know what each class is used for, containers, text field, whatever you can use each of them for. So Flex is a framework that helps you to build apps, iOS and also desktop and also web. So for without much ado, we are going to build this system which we are going to make it also responsive so that when you reaches something like this, it's going to change to a mobile view. And also the authentication also even fails so we can log in. In case you don't fill in any details, you realize it brings all fields are needed. And in case maybe let's fill in a detail, let's copy this, and the email is invalid, it's going to tell you that it's an invalid email. So in case we enter it, the right one, it's going to tell you that you have successfully registered and it's going to bring hello and lead you to the login page. So, and also if in case that user already exists, so let's take we are creating that same user again. You see, it tells you email already exists because that email is a keyword. So we are going to also connect it to our SQLite database. So let's go back to the login page and login. And also with the login, when in case you enter wrong details, it's going to tell you user email and password is incorrect. So let's now log in with the right email. So when you log in, you realize that it leads you to the dashboard. So this is what we'll be doing in this tutorial, which you can also log out. And you see the name is there, testing. So let's get started. So in this one, we are going to create the default styles which are needed. So we'll get started by make sure you've created a virtual environment and you pip install Flet. So we'll be using Flet for this tutorial. So let's get started by creating our classes, our variables which we'll be using. So we'll create our utils, and in this we'll have our colors in it. So we are going to have our colors. Let me see the previous colors we used. We are going to use the same thing. Okay, so our main colors. So we'll have our custom primary color. Okay, let me just copy that color. Okay, then we also have our custom background color equal to white. Then our custom text color is also equal to, let me copy that.
Going to have our custom sidebar
Icon color, and that one going to use this, and also a custom dashboard background. Really like then also a border color. The reason why this is done is that if we change it here, it's going to affect all of them without us going to change it one by one in each and every field. Okay, so I think this is done. So now let's create our validations to our validation class. Alright, now we're going to have our class. Okay, so let's continue. So our class validation. So bars, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to validate our email and also password. But we might not be using password back then. You write it down just in case if you would use it, then you can also implement that. So this one will be importing regular expression to self.valid email. With this regular expression, you don't need to keep it in your head. You can There are online sites that have these things already written there, so you can also do same. So let's replace it with this. So with this one, what it does is it checks if there's an at or a .com at the end to realize if it's a valid email or not. Because every email has an at sign and also a dot in it. So let's continue. Okay, so this is for the validation for email. So we've written this also in our class. So let's now create a folder called pages. Okay, let's also write for password. So there is valid password. So with this one, we are checking the password should not be less than 8. If it's less than 8, it should return false. And also if not any. So we are just c dot s ticket. So this time we are looking through all the characters in password and checking if there's any digits in it, if any of them is a digit. If there are no digits, then it means it should return false. And also we are also going to have a regular expression to check if there are any special characters in it. As I said with this, they are all online, so I'm going to copy the special characters for that and paste it here. So it's search. Yeah, so this one is to check if there are special characters in it. So if they are not, then it means we are going to return a false. So if all these things are correct, then it means it's going to return a true here. So this for a basic way to check the password validity. So now we are done with this. Let's now create a folder called our pages. In our pages, we are going to have our authentication pages. Are also going to have dashboard. So in our main.py, let's just create the basic start. And in our next tutorial, we'll learn how to route or navigate through pages. So now we'll just write a pass here. Then page.onRoute change. We are going to route. So this one we are going to say if any change in page or any change in route, we should run the function there. So that function will be written in our next tutorial. So the next one, we are done with this. So now let's go to ft.app. Now we're going to have our main. the target is equal to main. Then yes, so then for now let's add our assets to it. So we have a folder called assets, and in this we are going to have in this we are going to use different fonts for it. So we have to attach it to our code. So we're going to have assets directory is equal to assets. So this is where in this folder this is where we are going to put all our images, our fonts and other stuff. So let's move on. So okay, we've created our basic things. Let's also create our login default page. So import flet ft. So I'm going to have our class login. I'm going to inherit from the container. This blocks everything, so let's just keep it short. And let's do self then page. Okay, I think we are done. So now this since you are inheriting from a container has self.content, which this is to display the basic thing. So right now with this one we are just going to write ft.text hello. Okay, so now we've created our default page. So in our next tutorial we're going to learn how to route from one page to another. So thank you for watching. See you in our next tutorial.